What is going on, everybody here? Members of DegenZ Nation, it is Keyshawn, aka Kid Lethal, here with Matt, aka the man that was born on August the 8th.
What's going on?
And we're here today with a little something different. We're going to talk about that gym life, that gym crunch.
Something I think it would be a pretty fun conversation. I just wanted
Yeah,
I think it'd be just to talk about, just random stuff. Talk about what we did, what we've learned, where we've come from, all that fun stuff.
yeah.
I think it'd be a nice time. Switch it
It'll
up a
be
little
a
bit.
it'll be a swimming time, my friend.
Definitely something. So,
So,
Keyshawn, I want to start us off by talking about, I guess, how I started my gym life
mhm,
and how I stuck with it.
yeah,
And it's actually kind of funny because I was a lot bigger. I was a lot bigger of a kid. I want to say I was 16, 16, 17 when I
okay.
lost all my weight. I was working at an amusement park, and it was my first job, and
Oh,
I was a lot big. I was 100. Right now I'm 145, and I was 188 pounds. I think it was like I think I had to be like 16, 17, and it was because it was leading into high school. It was leading into 12th grade of high school. So it was my 11th grade summer. I was leading into my 12th grade year of high school. I had to be like 7. And I got my first job. Super excited. I was making money. This is probably
mhm,
like these probably the worst. I think it was the lowest pay that you could have possibly imagined at a job, but it was a job.
yeah,
So I'm working at an amusement park, and uh, there you're standing a lot because I was working at food carts, so I was constantly moving around, getting people food, constantly standing, having to like maintain whatever cart I was at, and because of that, I started realizing that the summer heat and all the sweating was doing me in a lot,
mm,
and
right, right.
what didn't help. This is where things get a little wacky. So what didn't help is that so our like whole organization was pretty much ran. It was like adults all the way at the top, and then it was people who were like pretty much adults. They were like probably like 20 in their like mid like early 20s, and they
Yeah,
were our
yeah,
supervisors. And then there
yeah,
was us who were in the like who were like 16, 17, not even adults yet.
yeah.
And we were like the workers. And the people that were our managers, that were above us, they sometimes forgot to be managers, and they would forgot to give us breaks. So I would work like 12-hour shit, like 12 hour. One day I ended up working like, and I know this is like really bad. Like this is like
Right.
probably like not probably not legal, but I ended up I think working more than 12 hours one day.
Oh
Um,
man.
and I didn't get a break because they just forgot to give me one. And I was like, well, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. And I think because of all of that, and because of like the summer heat and everything, my body just started using up my own body. It says started using up my own like resources to
Hmm.
like fuel me. So I stopped getting hungry because of it, just because I was kind of like forced into it. So I just kind of like just like all right, I guess I just won't eat. And then I got so used to it that I would just work and work and work in like the hot summer, and then I just wouldn't eat, and I would go do that for like days, and then like 2 months later I lost like 55 pounds and I was looking great, and I was like, oh shit,
Nice,
look at this.
nice.
And people were like, what the fuck? Whenever I tell them, they're like what the fuck, it was like really bad.
Yeah,
But here I am, and I look a lot better than I do feel a lot better than I do now. But
nice,
after
nice.
that, after I lost all my weight, I ended up going to the gym and did a little bit here and there. It wasn't anything crazy, but um yeah, it was that's pretty much where I started, and ever since then I've been learning and growing, learning and growing.
Yeah.
which I want to get into later, but I want to hear your side of how you started.
Oh man, my gym journey. So to give y'all context, I was a fat, portly kid growing up. Literally every doctor that I've seen when I was a child would tell my mom that I was morbidly obese and that like I was unhealthy and that my mom was overfeeding me, and it was to a point where like not often but very few times some of the schools would like hint at calling like child protective services or child youth services, but like overfeeding your kid is not abuse. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm eating like so like, and then it really offended and pissed off my mom. So around the time of sixth grade, which would have been 2010, 2011, I joined the basketball team for my middle school. Um, and I didn't think I would get in, and I did. So I actually made the cut, and a lot of the running that I did, really, I went from being like I think 210 when I was a kid to like I dropped down to 150
Holy shit,
over the course of the school year.
that's really good.
And everyone was like, "Yo, what do you do?" And I'm like, "I just play basketball. All we do as
Hmm.
11, 12 year I was like 10, 11, 11, 12 year olds is just run. That's
Yeah.
all they have us doing is running. And then we walk around the school all day as it is. So like literally all I did was run. We ran suicide drill. I'm sorry, I probably can't say that on YouTube. We unalive
No,
drills. So,
I know,
so
no,
like
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, the ones where it's like they're like pushing you. It's like
yeah,
crazy cardio. I've done those.
yeah.
I've done those for like I did wrestling for 1 year when I was in high school. I was like I forget what year it was, but they had us do some crazy stuff.
And then like so sixth grade we did a lot of running, and then for 2 years I didn't do anything. So I kind of put that weight back on again.
Mm.
Not the entirety of the way, but I did put that weight back on because I went to my middle school got closed down and turned into like the school board like office or whatever. And so they basically tried to make me walk 2 miles to go to school. My mom was not having me, her 10-year-old, going on 11-year-old, walking through some of the worst parts of my city to go to school.
Yeah, that's really bad. Yeah.
So we just went to cyber. So I went to cyber school for 2 years. And then my freshman year of high school, I joined the wrestling team because I knew I was going to be, a professional wrestler like WWE type stuff. And man, you never forget the first time you get like dumped on your neck, and it's like, oh fuck, oh
Hmm.
no, I'm not cut out for this. Wait, this man just literally flipped me out,
No, I got
against
some
my
bad
will,
stories. I got some bad
against my
stories in wrestling,
will,
man.
literally,
Yeah,
bro, same against
I
my
got some
will.
bad
Now I'm
stories.
upside down on my neck. I'm like, how did I get
How
here?
did I get here? Yeah.
Yeah, how did I get here? So like, and then like in the wrestling, they had us do like a lot of cardio, stamina, and endurance. And then on our free time, we had to lift weights. So the 3 days a week, we were at wrestling practice for 2.5, 3 hours after school. And then 3 days, the other 3 days, I was in the gym 2.5, 3 hours in the gym lifting weights with my dad. And literally, I got to a point where like I maintained 150 pounds for a year and a half. And I was like, I think I had like 12, 13% in body fat.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, bro, because when I tell you, like, my diet was oatmeal, whatever they fed me at school,
Mm.
and then either oatmeal or a protein shake for dinner.
That was some oatmeal. Damn, sounds
And
good.
yeah, man. And so like I was ripped. I was ripped, shredded, muscular,
That's good.
and I was like, you know what? I think I love going to the gym. And so all of high school I went, and then oh, poor me. Poor, lazy, procrastinating me. I go to a little college called IUP, and then, like, I
Oh
just say, fuck
no.
all of it. And then I go to a little college called IUP, and I just say, fuck all of it. I'll just get my exercise walking every day, or walking to all my classes.
Oh man.
And so I put the weight back on. Like, now my current weight being 2 years Going on 3 this December. Be going 3 years. I can't believe, damn, going 3 years out of college. I'm like 275 now, and like 30% body fat. So like and my weight over the past 2 years that I've been in the gym has been fluctuating up and down. Like sometimes I would drop to 250s, then I would go, and then like I would jump back up to the 270s, 280s, even if
It's
I'm being
so interesting.
dangerous.
It's so interesting how
Literally.
yeah, how like your body how I mean, it's how everyone's body's different. I mean, like I can after I lost all that weight, I can't and it's one thing I want to preference later too, but I I've noticed that it's really hard for me to gain weight, but for other people it's like super easy.
It's super easy for me to gain and lose weight. I lost 6 pounds in 6 weeks, and then put on 3 pounds in 3 weeks. So I'm like, fuck.
Crazy.
I have to literally be. I have to portion control. Ration, meal plan, everything. Like I can't
It's because of the
say,
trenches.
yeah, literally, I can't go and say, okay, Monday I'm gonna eat like cereal with yogurt, then have something high in protein for lunch, and then go eat a cheesesteak for dinner, because then I'll put on 2 pounds of fat and 2 pounds of muscle in that
Scary.
same day.
It's actually scary.
Yeah, so like it's been very interesting to like be on the weight loss journey that I'm on and the gym journey that I'm on, because it's like you learn so much about your body and yourself by doing this. It's like you were saying, man, it's like some people, they can eat anything and everything and won't put on not a single pound of fat,
I know someone
but
just like that.
they also won't put on a single pound of muscle either. So they'll be scrawny forever. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
someone that'll be fat will eat next to nothing and still take 2 months to lose 3 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's scary.
So it's like I am blessed and cursed to be able to know that whatever I eat affects me damn near immediately. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I know
I
that
guess
if I eat too much, I'm gonna put on fat and muscle. If I eat too less, I'm gonna lose fat. But as long as I keep my protein up,
you're very
I'll
good.
lose fat, gain muscle.
You know,
So
that's good that you come to realize this because I feel it sounds like you definitely you can target what you do and how you do affect you can pretty much target um your diet and like your eating habits and everything pretty much to a T. See, it seems like you have it figured out pretty well. Like I don't have my shit figured out at all. I've been trying, but I just don't know
yeah,
what to do. I yeah, I after all like after us leaving university and COVID and everything, I stopped doing all the cardio from ultimate frisbee. So I've been
yeah,
I haven't done any cardio at all other than just going to the gym, doing whatever.
yeah.
So I lost a lot of. I've definitely gained a lot more body fat, but I'm still thin. I don't know how to describe it. It's a big body dysmorphia thing.
Yeah.
It's a big body dysmorphia thing that I get over. But
Now, do you feel like, cause like I've known you, I've known not your entire life as you've laid out, but like I've known you since college, and so like
hmm,
I've never known you to be fat, and you've always been like what I would consider like my ideal shape. Like, oh, I'm slender but bulky a little bit. Like
yeah.
you're toned. So like, is that maybe like you're seeing something that I'm not? But it's like, do you feel on maybe like something you realize when you eat, when you don't eat, like, oh, like my body's not reacting to this food or this drink the way that I used to, so maybe that's contributing to like my increase in weight loss with fat, or is it more just like do you think it's more like a psychological thing, like where you're not the way you want to look, so you're kind of creating
That
this image of like, oh, I'm actually like a lot fatter than I truly am.
it's definitely it's definitely a second one. I would say I mean I have a really bad case of bias. Like it's like a really bad case of biasmorphia. But
Yeah.
so anyone that hears this and has the same issue, I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Yeah.
We'll get through it. Promise. It's one of those it's one of those things where I've learned that you just need to accept it and just figure like your life out after that and kind of just
Yeah.
work around it. It's 'cause it's kind of hard to like it's easy to gauge, but it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah. Yeah.
And seeing myself the way I am now, I mean, I'm definitely doing a lot better than I was when I after we left uni because of COVID. I went from being 145 and in like super in like incredibly good shape to
Mhm.
I dropped back down to I think it was like 117 again.
Wow.
Because I remember after I lost all after I went from like 188 to like one I think it was like 140 one whatever. Um, after I lost that there's like 50 plus pounds. I ended up playing sports, which I didn't really do before that, and all that running made me lose even more. And I
Hmm.
think I would dropped to around 117, 120. I think I was in high school,
Yeah.
and I think it was like right when I was like graduating. I was graduating high school at the time, and that's when I started realizing that I was like too small. So
Yeah.
I started I somehow gained some weight, got myself up to I think 130, and
Right.
and then went to university. And then with my first year, and I know I went to IUP my third year of university. I went to a private school called Arcadia. It's near Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super small. I didn't like it. It was way too much money for what it was.
Right. Right.
But I gained one positive out of it, which is I came out with a really close friend of mine that I still talk to this day. So God bless his heart. But that's when I ended up learning about ultimate frisbee. I didn't even know what it was. I ended up walking around with my roommate at the time.
Mm.
I ended up walking around. There's like there's like club. It's like everyone has like their like clubs around in like a big auditorium. And you like go to like sign up for clubs.
Yeah.
So I went to one of those, and someone stopped me while we were walking around. They're like, "Hey, join our ultimate frisbee team." And I was like, "What the fuck's an ult?" I was like, "What the fuck's an ultimate frisbee?"
Yeah.
And they were trying to describe it to me, and I was like, "All right, sure, it sounds
Right.
fun."
Right. Right.
And then that's when I fed, and then from there I fed my addiction into ultimate frisbee and played for like
Nice.
I think I played like 3 or 4 years total. So I did 3 years at IUP. I did 1 year at um, Arcadia, and I went to community college my second year, so they didn't have it. So it was 4 years. I played 4 years.
Yeah.
Um, and that was like I was like oh my, and that was where I like really started the gym life. Speaking
Yeah.
going back to our actual um
Topic. Yeah.
topic, yeah. So that's where I actually started my gym life. I went to our the local gym there, and I went with some buddies from Ultimate, and they taught me a little bit. I was learning how to do pull ups. I was
Yeah.
able to do like two or three. I think like near the end. It wasn't creating good. A lot of cardio. They were just teaching me like a little thing. There was a lot of I had a lot of friends on that team that were in really good shape, so they knew a lot. So it was like a big learning process. And I'm
Yeah.
still a beginner. I've been working out more consistently now. Now that we're done university, I've been working out more. I mean, we were working out very consistently when we were at IUP.
Yeah.
Um, but I was very on and off for those like 2 years. Um, or I guess the year that I was that current first year at university.
Yeah.
But
Like the
that's like
first
where
year.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a big learning thing for me at the start. And what helped me out a lot is after I left there, I was in like a I was in like a really rough part of my life at that point.
Yeah.
And my second year, I was in like a really rough part. So I didn't go to the gym, I didn't do anything. I was in a rut. So I ended up going from like I think I ended my first year at like 130, 135.
Mm.
Went back down to 120 or close to like 120, probably a little bit
Right.
less. And then was talking to um I was talking to uh she's kind of like a therapist, I guess.
Yeah.
Just about like life stuff. And she was a nutritionist, and she was she was talking to me about like the gym stuff, and she's like, what do you ever think about going back to the gym? She's like, maybe it'll help you like get in like a better mindset. And I was like, no, I never really thought about it, but I'll do it because it's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
So she helped me out a lot, and then I went back, and then at this point, and I've been and since I was in community, everything was just close to me at home. So I just went to our local gym that I knew about.
Mhm.
Uh, it was one of those like it's one of those like old school like
Yeah. Yeah.
there's like old man gyms. You know, it's like
Yeah.
old like, not like a yeah. And I still go there. I still go there. I
Your
fucking love it.
granddad's gym. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those like old ass gyms. And yeah, I'm surprised they're still open. But uh, so I went there and I got a gym membership, and I was like, all right, I'll just look up things online, and I'll just follow like a guide and stuff, just like see do a little bit of research and whatever. So I was just doing little things that I learned from my first year of university, and then would just apply it. And I remember, and this is where my gym life completely changed. I was 120 at the time, or 117, 120, whatever. I was gonna say 120. I was 120, and I was trying to squat for the first time. I'd never done it before, with like the weight on
Yeah. 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 Back squat.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I was trying to do a back squat, and I didn't know what I was doing, and my legs were my feet would my heels would lift up a lot, and I would not do it, so I'd like lose like balance, and or like I would probably like I was doing it really wrong. So like I would instead of having my feet flat, just keeping my whole body like tight and straight, and go down. My both my feet would my heels would come off the desk when I try and come down. So
Yeah.
so my body would lean forward, and one of the older dudes at the gym saw this, and he was like, and he came up to me, and I shit you not, it must have been fate, because I literally he's like my father figure, nowadays. It's like I've known him for how old was I? I was 19, so I'm 20, about to be 26. So I've known him since then. So it's
Nice.
been 19. So was that like
Nice.
7 years, 8 years?
Yeah.
And God bless this man. And he came up to me and he's like, do you mind if I he's like, do you mind if I like teach you how to squat so your feet will come up? I was like, yeah, please. I don't know what I'm doing. And he showed me a little bit. He showed me something. I didn't know he I think he had to been I don't know I mean he's a lot older. He's a lot older gentleman. But he's one of the most in shape men I've ever seen in my entire life. It's actually like it's crazy how strong he is and how in shape he is at his age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um and he was talking to me and he showed me how to do like the squat and stuff, and I was like, oh shit, all right, cool, this is awesome, like thank you so much. And then he goes, oh, by the way, I know some younger guys that come here, and I can introduce you to them if you want. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So the next day I came to the gym, and I met these dudes. They were all in like their like 30s,
Yeah.
and it was three of them. It was three dudes, a girl that I want to say I think she's like 2 or 3. I still talk to her. She's like 2 or 3 years older than me. Um, she's a good friend of mine too. And and then and then one of my and then one of the buddy's wives or wife or wife.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and they were just like it was just like a big group of it was like their group of just like and they did like hit workouts and stuff. They were just like a young group of people that just worked out together.
Dude, the hit workouts are
And they
crazy.
yeah they went hard. Like, it was crazy. And so he introduces me to them, and I'm like, hi, my name is Matt, whatever. And they were like, yeah, if you want to join us, join us. I was like, are you sure? I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. They're like, well, we'll teach you. I was like, okay. So I joined them, and they were like teach me and this is like where like everything just like went literally. I went from like here to like it was like one of those like crazy like bell curves, but instead of it going down again, it just keeps going up. um and or an exponential curve, there you go, not a bell curve, an exponential curve, it just kept going up. And they taught me from there on. They taught me so much that I got to the point where I was doing like weighted pull-ups. I was learning how to do muscle ups at some point.
Oh man.
I went from like 120 to 155, which is the highest I ever was after I lost all the weight. I still haven't gotten
Yeah.
to that point. I was in some damn good shape. They were doing some crazy stuff. They're showing me how to do like there's like cleans where like you like throw the bar up and then they're showing me how to do that. They're showing me how
Like
to
an
do so
overhead
much.
press.
Yeah, kind of. It's like you get like a deadlift.
Yeah, like a
You get like
barbell or
yeah
yeah,
you get like there's like normal bars. You have like the really like tall deadlift
yeah.
weights and you pretty much if I remember how I haven't done it in years, but you pretty much go down, grab the weight, right? Lock yourself in place, kind of like you're doing a deadlift, and then you throw the weight up, put it on your shoulder, and then you pump it up. It's kind of
Gotcha.
I think it's called clean, something clean.
Mm. Okay.
Um, but they did a lot of hit stuff, a lot of calisthenics and a lot of hit workouts, and
Yeah.
they were really cool. They became some of my closest friends. God bless them
Nice.
because they
Nice.
literally changed my life.
Nice.
But yeah, ever since then, I learned a lot from them. I got really, really, really in shape. Learned a lot about calisthenics, um, and pretty much just skyrocketed from there. And then after that, I went to IUP, and the rest is history,
The
pretty
rest,
much.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, bro.
there was a big downhill though because of COVID. I will say that COVID really screwed up a
Yeah.
lot of a lot of my gym stuff. But
Yeah.
um, I know that's so after I went to IUP is when you and I became friends, and then you and I started working out together, and
Yeah.
that's where it all started. That's why you'd always walk in and you'd see me. I used to 'cause I had a weighted vest
Yeah.
that I got from my friend from Arcadia, and I forgot to give it back
Yes.
to him, so I just brought it with me. And that's
Yeah.
why you would always walk in when we were working out together, and you'd see me with a weighted vest on doing pull-ups. It's exactly why. That's where I got it, and that's why I had it.
Bro, let me tell y'all, this man looked like he was preparing for war.
Joe.
Every time I walked in and I saw him with that weighted vest, I'm like, who is he going to war with this weekend? Like what's going on with this man? This damn weighted vest looking like he's getting ready to just like go to war with some of the most deplorable people, on the campus. I'm like, bro, this man's preparing for like
I, s-
it was just so funny because I'm like, there's no way.
I swear to God, people thought I was either crazy or they thought I was gonna blow something up. Like it was like nuts. Like, I looked like I was like a fucking Navy SEAL, or I mean I was either a Navy SEAL or B I was I was a
Yeah,
bomber.
yeah, bro. Cause like,
It was nuts, man. It
and
was
it's
so funny.
crazy. It's crazy because like I shouldn't even be surprised at the weighted vest because like I've always been a Dragon Ball fan and like my inspiration. I forgot to include this in my story, but like my inspiration, like when I worked out, was Piccolo because he
Hmm.
always has the weighted tunic and the turban and the cape was always weighted. So like when I would go to the gym as a teenager and and while doing wrestling practices and on the high school wrestling team, I would always go with like weighted ankle weights and weighted wrist rates and a weighted vest. So I'm like, I'm
Yep.
getting that extra pump in, and then like I just kind of gave up on that and just stopped doing that when I went to college. But like I know where Matt's coming from with this weighted vest
It
nonsense.
was fun.
It was fun because it's like it gives you like an extra like little oomph
It's
in
an
your
ego. It's an
workout.
ego boost. It's an ego boost.
Yeah,
That's how I see it.
literally.
I don't I have a nowadays I don't have the vest anymore. I give it back to my friend, but I have one of those like belts where you put it over you,
Yeah, yeah,
and then it has like the chain like that like wraps around. It goes down. You can
yeah,
you can you can wrap the weight around it and you can
yeah.
lock it in place.
Some of the guys that I see at my gym, they have like just the regular like the belt you put on for back support, and then they actually have like the one you're describing where they'll lock it in place, and then they'll do it when they deadlift or like when they're doing overhead shoulder press, which is kind of like what I do now with my personal trainer. So kind of like
Mm.
when COVID hit, oh man, when COVID hit, there was nothing to do but sit inside the house all day.
It was bad. I was in the work. I literally went back down to how I was like
Literally.
before I like when I like first started the gym. It was like really bad.
Yeah, same. And then like when we came out of it, you had graduated, and then like a few months later, I had graduated, and I got my first job a few months after I graduated. I went and got a gym membership, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm actually going to like get back in the gym. But I knew that like the workouts that I was used to as a child, or yeah, like a child slash preteen and a teenager, was not going to cut it. I needed something more dynamic. Plus, I needed that extra push because I've always gone to the gym either with you, Matt, or my dad, or someone that my dad and I both knew. So I always had someone there pushing me. Whenever I would go by myself, I wouldn't push myself.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
I would do just enough to feel the burn, but not go plus ultra. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm,
would never go above and beyond.
yeah.
So I went and signed up with a personal trainer that I still not. It's not the same personal trainer, but I still work out with a personal trainer, and like the amount of dynamic exercises that we do now, like we went from just doing simple exercises to now we do compound exercises. So like I'll go from a bench press into a key lock press into an underhook
So
bench
like a
press.
like a superset kind of thing, or are you just like,
Yes, yes.
wow.
And so the bench press is like you sit here, as you all know, and then you kind of push the weight. Then I would take and this was all done with like the dumbbells. These are all done with not the bar. This was all done with dumbbells. So we would, instead of getting the bench, we get like a little seat, and we'd lay it down and we'd turn it into a bench press. We get like 40 pound, like right now I can bench press with the dumbbells like 55. And so we would bench press the 50. He would have me bench press the 55s, and then after 8 to 12 reps, I would switch from this position to here. So now it's like it went from a chest exercise to now it's a back exercise.
Oh my God.
And then I do another 8 to 12, and then when I'm done with that, then I go underhook, and the underhook is like a chest and back and arms workout because it's in a dumbbell, like when you curl dumbbells, it's in that position, but now you have to like bench press out like that, and then like it's a whole bunch of like complex workouts that I do now because like the one workout that I do is a superset of tricep and bicep where I will grab the tether rope. You pull it down, you come back up, pull it down, come back up. It's pretty simple stuff. Then you go and you get some dumbbells and you curl. You hold the one dumbbell like right here, like you hold it right here. So you'll curl and you just hold in the other hand.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest, and then you do that till each arm is at 15 reps. And this is because my emphasis is on building strength and endurance. I have a lot of strength, not a lot of endurance.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're trying to build that strength, that stamina, that endurance, so that way I'm not getting gassed 15 minutes into a 30, 45-minute session. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this kind of goes back to like you had mentioned you played ultimate frisbee in college, and I remember because you tried to recruit me like, hey man, like no big deal, but like, do you want to play ultimate frisbee?
Should have
And
joined, man.
like you and Michael, because Michael played rugby,
Yeah, I remember he was crazy.
and
I
I'm
love that
like,
kid.
and
Yeah, I love that kid.
I'm like I should have joined either one. I don't care which one. I should have joined either one because like I needed some type of sport to keep me in shape because like obviously I wasn't going to the gym, but if I was playing a sport, I still would have stayed in shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was fun. So like I do a lot of like those type of workouts. As far as leg days actually is that intense. Like today, I went and did leg day. I did a leg press into goblet squats into side lunges.
Hmm.
And so like you know
Yep. I know what you're talking
you
about.
yeah, so like so then from there then I went and did like the sled.
All right, no, the sled. I use that shit for work for warm ups now because my
Yeah.
whole body's I was one thing I will say is that my
Yeah.
body is like I have the body of a 7-year-old at 25, and I'm over it. I'm so over it. So
Yo.
I've been stretching so much, or I've been trying to stretch so much. I sit down a lot now. I sit down more than I used to. Uh, so I I've been noticing like my knees hurt. My lower back's still in really bad pain, in really bad shape.
Yeah.
My shoulders. After that, I had there's that the issue. I'll get into a little bit later, but
Yeah.
um, my shoulders are still my shoulders are definitely a lot better than they used to be, but they still give me some problems here and there.
Yeah.
I'm just all over the place.
Yeah. Nah, I
But
get that.
um, yeah, the sled is I use it for warm ups now, and it actually is a kill. It kills your thighs and it's really good for your
Yeah.
knees. Like it's like really really good for your knees.
Yeah.
So I do that on for warm ups now whenever I go to the gym.
I love the sled because like you use it for warm ups. I use it as like the last workout that I do for legs.
Smart.
Cause literally I so we have I would say a very small like I would say like maybe 10 yard like 20 30 yards at my gym. Like a field that has 10 like 30 yards at max. So I guess 30 yards each end, 60 total, right? I would push all the way down, and then I would take some cables, some TXR cables, and pull it all the way back. And this
That's
is just
crazy.
building core because my core is dog shit. When I tell you like you should man, like one day I'm gonna head out to your neck of the woods and like we're gonna go do like a leg day and you'll see like my legs get real like I get real wobbly
Mm-hmm.
halfway or towards the end of my workout because my core is not good. I've never been a big core workout. I've always been like, I'll work out my back, my shoulders, my
No,
chest, my
core is
arms,
you need core. Core is like
and
actually vital.
I neglected core so bad that like sometimes it's a lot better than when I first started working out 2 years ago when I first got back to working out. But like, man, sometimes I'm doing like squats and I'm like hunched over, almost in a ball, versus being sturdy and just coming down with it and come. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Yeah, no, I gotta I've learned a lot 'cause one of my buddies from that group, him and his wife still go to the gym that I go to,
mm,
so I still talk to them like almost every day, and whenever I see them, because we all work different times, so whenever I do get the chance to see them, because he's a certified personal trainer, so
yeah,
I always hang out with him and his wife a lot, and he still teaches me a lot of stuff, and him and he
yeah,
and he's big into all stuff that we do. He's big into anime and video games and stuff. So we always talk about stupid shit all the time. And but he's taught me a lot. Again, because after COVID, I pretty much lost everything.
yeah,
Uh, and I went down to 120 again, and I came back to Nirvana after COVID was pretty much like done,
mm,
and people were like, they're like, holy shit, you look like a drug addict. I was like, oh my God, I didn't really thought of it that way, but shit. And
man,
and since then I gained back up to 145, and I'm hovering 148 right now,
nice,
and I'm definitely in better shape than I was. And thank God I had a friend and his wife because
right,
they also helped me out a lot. They taught me a lot of stuff. Ever since then,
amen,
and now here we are today. I I don't know. I feel like I'm in like a good. I think I'm in a good part.
yeah,
I feel like I'm in decent. Um, not decent shape, but I think I'm in like a decent section of where I want to be physically in
yeah,
my life. Like I could
yeah,
definitely gain more weight. I will say that I could definitely gain more weight, but
yeah,
um, for what I'm doing as a job and how my life actually I guess works out every day.
yeah,
Um, this is probably the best I'm gonna get
mhm,
unless I do more cardio.
yeah,
So, um, and then one thing that I noticed now that I'm getting older is that there's a lot of bullshit on the internet that is kind of like redundant and stupid. Like a
Yeah.
lot of like like I don't know if you watch a lot of like fitness influencer stuff or like fitness videos,
Nah, son.
but let's put my hair up. I ain't put my hair up. There's so you're not in that scene at all.
I mean,
It's honestly good if you're
I
not.
I
It's probably
pop
better.
into that. I pop into that like every now and then. That like that space on YouTube every now and then. But like
Like
by no means do I like frequent there or
yeah,
like
it's
stay
probably
there
good that you don't.
consistently.
It's probably good that you don't. I think I mean this is just personal. I think there's a lot of bullshit that
Yeah.
like and like there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad from what I've
Yeah.
noticed. And even watching even because I'm very observant. I may act stupid, but I'm very observant.
Yeah.
I have to look at things around me a lot, which
Yeah.
um and I like to watch because there's a personal trainer at my gym and he trains people all the time, and I talk to him a lot. And he so I know two personal trainers. It's not my friend and his wife.
Yeah.
It's a different
Yeah.
guy that I know.
Yeah.
And this personal trainer, he actually like trains people and like literally like all day. Like he's there like fucking like 12 hours, whatever, just training people. And and honestly like respect, man. That guy's awesome. But I like to watch, and he's noticed me because he's brought it up, and I was like, as long as you're okay. I was like, I don't care, but I like to watch their work. I like to watch him or like teach people because it
Yeah.
teaches me, and it's nice to see. And I learned a lot of bad from watching people at my gym, and I learned a
Yeah.
lot of good from watching people at my gym.
Yeah.
Like I'll talk to my buddy and his wife, and I'm like, and like we'll like watch people do stuff. I saw someone do a squat. Like there's people, and I get it. I mean, not everyone has the flexibility, but
Yeah.
I've seen people squat. I don't know if I can show it without my headphones, with my earphones popping out of my XLR. But I've seen people squat where instead of going all the way down, can't even
Yeah.
see it. Instead of going all the way down to your ass,
Yeah.
or like it's like the like ass touch ass touch grass or whatever.
Yeah.
They go maybe like they go to like and then back up or like
Yeah. That's not a. That's
I'm
yeah.
like
It's not a squat.
I'm like
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt your back. Like, I thank God since I'm like a smaller build, I feel like it's easier for me to go like all the way. I'm going like past 90 degrees. Like I'm going like my ass is like getting down there.
Yeah, bro.
And people I've noticed people tend to not get anywhere close to that. I'm like, well, it's like what's the point of going heavy and doing like a mid half squat,
Yeah.
you know? But what do I
I
know?
feel that.
I'm
I
still a
feel that.
beginner.
No, I mean like there's still some good insights that you could have. Like for like I do the same thing. Like when I started out, I absolutely did the thing you said where it's like a half-assed like oh I kind of squatted, but like it's more like a mini crouch than a squat. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
and now I'm like well my shout out to my personal trainer Anthony. What he does is he takes like some of the free weights, the little circular free weights, and he'll throw them under my heels.
Oh, that's smart.
So like now my heels are elevated, but I get a deeper squat. I get a
Yeah.
way deeper squat, and then like I'm pushing with my legs and quads and everything that I'm supposed to, and not using my back for anything. And that's helped my lower back tremendously
Maybe
because
I'll try that. It sounds like a good idea.
literally, man, when doing that half back squat, doing that half squat was fucking my lower back up.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
It would get to a point where like I would go home, take a shower, and lay down, and I just couldn't lay on my back because I had damaged it too much or stressed it too much
Mm.
doing lower body incorrectly, doing the workouts incorrectly, not getting a deep enough squat, not getting a good like push on the leg press, not doing a deep enough squat with the goblets or the dumbbells or whatever. And so like just making slight adjustments, like putting the weights under my heels, or um, if the free weights are too heavy, use like a goblet, or yeah, like a kettlebell, and kind of holding it here. That way, all the weight is up here, so you kind of have to stay upright.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna he might be visiting the ER that night. You know what I mean? So it's like it's man, like just the having someone in your corner that knows what they are talking about and knows what they are doing goes a long way. Cause
Yeah.
like literally, I just went and saw a family last weekend, and they're all like, "Hey, Keyshawn, your leg looking kind of nice there, my man. What you doing?" I'm like, "That's my personal trainer, Anthony. Man, he got me looking right. My quads is looking right. My
That's
calf,
right.
my
That's fucking
hammies."
right.
I'm like, "Yeah. Now, if only I could get this upper body right, I'd be in good shape." You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So,
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
yeah, good.
no, I was gonna say, but like for me personally, it's a lot easier because I know for a fact that my upper body isn't the way that I want it to be as far as in shape, out of shape, being a little fat, little fluffy, little. Who doesn't love a little bit of pound cake? You know what I'm saying? But it's like I know that I'm like that because of my diet. Like I went and got blood tests and
Yeah.
everything. Like there's
You're
nothing wrong
healthy.
with there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with like there's no thyroid. There's no genetic or biological reason why I am
Yeah.
big. Like, I'm still big. It's literally because hey man, like yeah, you spent 5 weeks eating healthy and portion controlling and calorie watching, but then you spent two back-to-back weekends going like 4,000 calories. What's up with that, buddy? That's why you lost 10 pounds and then put on 5. Yeah, what's up with that, buddy? What's going on here?
Man. Yeah, having a strict I'm telling you, having a diet is like it changes you like mentally and physically. It's crazy how much it affects you.
Tell me about
From
it.
what I know, like I was talking to some people about this recently too. It's like I have a really bad addiction to eating peanut butter at night. So I like to eat sweet. So I like to eat sweet things, but I like to not try to eat like cake and stuff at night. So I'm like,
Yeah,
so I resort to, and this is because of COVID too. I resorted to peanut butter because like, oh well, it's peanut butter is sweet and it's probably better for me. And and I grew like a really unhealthy. I don't know if I should call it unhealthy, but I grew it into a really bad addiction of eating peanut
yeah,
butter. So I used to go through a lot of I've now stopped, not stopped eating, but stopped eating
you
as
just
much peanut butter.
yeah,
And I think I always think about things that I do that I should cut out of my life that I think will like benefit me, like
yeah.
coffee for example. I stopped drinking caffeine because the only caffeine I'll drink coffee like here and there, like it's like very like rare occasions that I decide like I want to get a coffee, but I used to drink it like I think like 3 or 4. I think I just drink it like four days a week. And I used to do it at like I like kind of like late at night. So it would always fuck my sleep schedule. And
Yeah,
and I've since stopped all of that, which is good. I've also because the only caffeine I think the caffeine is what's been screwing me. The caffeine like it's like really I don't like caffeine is just really bad for me. The only caffeine I take now is from my pre-workouts when I go to the gym.
same. Well, I don't drink. Funny enough, I don't drink pre-workout anymore. I used to do that. I used to do pre and post workout when I was in high school, but now I just do like the protein powder, and I use the protein powder more as like a meal supplement than like a post workout thing. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah, for me, I feel like I'm always like super tired after like the end of the day.
Yeah,
So I just like need it. It's just
yeah,
kind of like a necessity when I go to the gym now, which
yeah,
is I don't know. Maybe I mean it's probably pretty bad, but I don't really care. It is what it is, you know.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I definitely need a better diet to be honest, and and then a lot more cardio, and I think I'll be in a way better position than I am now. But
Yeah.
I think I'm okay. I filled out enough. I have definitely uh more meat on me, I guess is the way to say it.
Yeah.
Um,
Got more beef
but
on that boy.
yeah, like I actually like feel like muscle now, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, it's no longer just chicken grizzle.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah.
like some protein and nutrients there. You know, to
Yeah.
to get mauled by a bear. You know,
Just
there'd
need,
be
I just
something
need
for it
more
to snack on.
protein. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not just bone. Um, but yeah, I've now realized there's a lot of fluff on the internet that and a lot of fitness influencer shit that's like there's like a lot of good and a lot of bad. And
Yeah.
I've since stopped watching a lot of like fitness videos and fitness influencer stuff because it's just like it's all the same. It's not. I shouldn't say it's all the same bullshit, but a lot of it is kind of like what's the point, you know? Or like there's like for example, all the videos where they're like do this every morning or do this every day. But if you watch like the 100+ videos of people saying to do this every morning, like I'm gonna be late for
Yeah.
work, you know? Like, I can't be doing that I can't be doing it every morning or else I'm gonna be screwed. It's gonna be like six
Literally.
hours. It's gonna be a whole workout.
Nah, you gotta do it right, man. You gotta be like, you know how them videos be. They be like, here's three things you can do every day to get like me, brother. Here's three things you can do. First thing you gotta do, fuck your wife. Tell her to fuck off. Then the second thing, tell your boss I quit. Then the third thing, you live in the gym. You are the gym. The gym is life. There's nothing but the gym. And it's like, bro, but like,
But like
I,
I gotta go
I
to
got shit to
work.
do. I gotta go to work. I got bills to pay, bro. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Just take steroids, man. It's just too
Yeah,
easy. It's just too easy.
yeah, just to yeah. I just hop on the juice train.
Oh shit. Uh, yeah, man. I just I do what I do what I can, and I stop when I want to. At this point,
Yeah,
I usually do like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays now. Instead of going, I feel like when we were in IUP, we did like a um. I think what did we do? I think because I had practice on Tuesday, Thursdays. I think you and I would always go Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
yeah,
and Saturday. Actually, yeah, I'm doing the exact same thing then. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday,
yeah,
Friday, Saturday.
yeah. Cause we would always get done with class and then go
Yeah.
before they closed
Yeah.
for like that last hour and a half, and then it's like, all right, bro. I see you tomorrow.
Uh,
Fuck Dr. Ali, but I see you tomorrow,
Yeah.
man.
And then we'd always go, or I don't know, because I don't know if you did you always come along with me when I went to that, like the little concession, like the foods area, like
Yeah,
right next to the gym.
yes,
So I remember I'd
yes,
always go there after and get a chicken Caesar salad wrap.
yeah,
It
bro.
was This shit was fire. It was big. And I was like,
Bro,
well, if I'm gonna eat something, I'm just gonna eat this.
bro. I used to always go out to the gym and be like, all right, I need protein. Excuse me, can I get like a burrito wrap with extra
Oh,
brown rice, add the beans, add some of this chicken al pastor, and then just wrap that up in like a nice little fat burrito?
yeah. You remember the pastas that we used to get? We used to just go up to them and be like, hey, can you just add like a bunch of chicken into it? And they're just like, yeah, I got you,
Yeah,
man.
bro. Yeah, bro. Let me get this chicken alfredo with extra chicken, please.
Yeah, it was so
Oh
fucking
man.
fun. It was fun.
Fuck. Dog, I wouldn't change anything I did at IUP. I don't care.
Yeah, I was in. Oh man, that was some fun times. That's actually when I hurt myself and
Oh,
got
for real?
sciatica. That's because I learned how to deadlift really really well, and I was really good at deadlifting because I learned it from my all that younger, my buddies from,
Yeah, yeah.
and they taught me how to deadlift and all that stuff, and I was really 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 good at deadlifting, like really good, and I was deadlifting. It was 245 on each side. So what is that, like 90, 180, 90, 190, 200,
Two
210,
two
220,
forty five. Yeah, 90, 90.
225,
Yeah, yeah,
225.
yeah.
So I was deadlifting 225. Um, and I was doing that at IUP as well. And I guess I wasn't paying attention to my form. And because of that, I fucked up my lower back, and I got
Yeah, bro.
and I ended up getting sciatica, and it got to the point where I couldn't sit down or stand up without like having just like I literally was like I was like it was really bad. Like, I was like dead. It was like really really bad.
Yeah.
And I ended up going to urgent care. They were like, take this medicine. It should help with sciatica. I was like, all right, cool. So
Yeah.
that helped a lot and it reduced the pain a shit ton.
Yeah.
But ever
Yeah.
since then, I've always had lingering issues with it.
Right.
And nowadays, I think I have some sort of like herniation or something, like a herniated disc or something
Thanks.
like that in my lower back. 'Cause it's really bad. Stretching it doesn't do anything. It's just like it's really bad. That's why I have this standing desk now. Um, I have like a little manual standing desk at work that
Yeah.
you click the little button, it like raises up.
Yeah.
Because like sitting down so much is screwing me. Like it's like I'll
Right.
I'll get these like sharp pains. These like really it's like right like right like right by my lower back, like right where at the end of the spine, and I'll get these really bad sharp pains out of nowhere. It's like it like just comes randomly. Um, and usually when I sit down for like an extended period of time. Um,
Same.
and I just like I need to stand up. It's like either that or I was thinking about because I used to have an exercise ball that I used to sit on when I had my first job because I was just working from home, so I used to just try and do different things. And I'm thinking about bringing it back out. I think it's in my basement, so thinking about bringing
Oh
that back
yeah.
out and sitting on the exercise ball whenever my lower back starts to hurt. So
Oh yeah.
that should help me too.
Yeah.
But because of that, I'm trying to learn how to do stuff that targets my lower back that doesn't hurt my lower back. So like there's this
Got-
workout that my buddy was teaching me. They said that would strengthen my lower back and might help reduce the pain and everything. I don't know what it's called. It's like you like put your chest. There's this like um, there was a professional uh bodybuilder that created it because he had lower back issues and he created this workout where it's like a bench. So you're like laying on like a bench
Yeah.
and you're like your feet are like dangling.
Yeah.
So you're like have it's like so you like all this is up. You're like laying on like a bench, and
Yeah.
your feet are down dangling, and you lift your feet up. Like, you like lift your feet up in the air like this. You like
Yeah.
pause for a second. You, like squeeze your lower back, come down. And you keep it, and you do that. So like this is like my leg. It's like my leg, and
Yeah. It's like
you're like lifting it back like this.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like a
I don't know what it's called, but
yeah,
that's
it's like there's a machine that we have where like you lay on your stomach and you kick your legs up. It's supposed to be like a calf, like a hamstring workout, but like you kick it up and then you squeeze. But it's not supposed to like target your lower back like yours is. It's just I guess it's like a regular like leg exercise. But I know, like I get the idea of what you're talking about. Like, it's,
yeah. And
yeah,
I'm gonna start now because now that I've been thinking about it more and doing more research on it. I'm gonna try and do that at the end of my like workouts every day. Like, no matter like
yeah,
what kind of workout I'm doing, if it's like chest day, whatever, I'm gonna do that at the end when I'm like about to leave. Just to see if I can get some like strength and stuff back in my lower back. 'Cause I think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
where a lot of my issues lie. Everything else I think isn't in like decent shape.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, other than that, everything is it's going well. I'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
my gym life is pretty good. It
Nice.
sucks that I don't really have people to work out with anymore, other than whenever I see my buddy and his wife. But it's like
Yeah,
it's kind of like rare occasions whenever I get my chance to see them.
yeah. I
So
feel that.
I
I
just
feel
work out
that.
alone, listen to music, chill,
Yeah,
and kind of going back to what you said about like hey you like don't go as hard when you're like alone, which I definitely agree with because I'm like even I get scared of doing heavy weight 'cause I don't want to drop it on myself
yeah,
or you know
bro.
to have something bad happen and I like die.
Dog.
So I tend to go as hard as I know I can, and that's about it. I don't push myself. Yeah, I
Yeah,
push myself with like the weight that I know I can do, but I don't push myself past like a limit. Like I gotta give myself a limiter.
yeah.
Because I don't I don't want to die. I just want to live.
Literally.
So um, yeah. But other than that, I mean, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
For it. That's like my
Same.
like, but it's you know, that's life, buddy.
We're gonna plug your Instagram because I know you do a lot of you
Oh
send a lot
no,
of some of your clips to your
no. That's just a meme account.
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
I only have it there because
okay.
if people ever come across it, it's there. If not, it's just there. It's just there for me to post random shit, like my cosplays and
Gotcha,
stuff. I don't know if you
gotcha.
saw did you see the Hercule Satan cosplay that I did?
Yeah, yeah,
So funny.
yeah, bro. Mwah, chef's kiss, bro.
Yeah, no, it's so it was so stupid. And then they did the
Hell
camera
yeah.
crew. Yeah, it was so stupid. But yeah, no, um that's just a stupid little shit post account that I have.
Yeah,
So I ain't gonna worry about it. But yeah, I do post. I'm trying to get the confidence to post on Instagram now because I used to only do it like every like 3 years.
same, bro.
So now I'm trying to do it more often than none.
Same, bro. Like I want to get good at posting on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter only because of the YouTube stuff, but like Instagram, I want to get better at posting on Instagram. And I'm just like, I'm so afraid to like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna be spending my days arguing with people like that don't agree with my takes or like whatever I post.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
I saw what scared about too. But I think one thing I'm trying to learn, come across is you just gotta not care. Like I think I think I got very hard headed when it comes to stuff like that uh because of just other bullshit that I dealt with. But yeah, it's one thing that worries me the most I think as well is like these like negative comments and stuff or people telling you like you're doing something wrong. It's like all right, well if I'm doing it wrong, then tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'll fix it.
yeah, bro, I feel you on that.
But yeah, other than that, everything is smooth. I had a PR. I hit 160 on bench for one. So it's 15 pounds more than my body weight. It's pretty good. I'd say it's pretty good.
Nice, bro. I feel, like me, my personal record on the bench, a 45 and then 25.
That's
So it's like 70, 140, and then the bar.
50, 60.
So it was like 30,
So
20,
it's 180,
30.
185. But
Yeah,
the
bro.
bars are always 45 pounds.
Yeah. So I'm getting my squat, my legs are strong as shit, bro. Like I got the 245 squat.
Yeah, my legs are definitely not. My legs are really bad.
The back squat, like when you're standing, I got to 245s for like 8 reps. And then like the leg press, I got to about 345s on each side
Mm,
for 10 to 12. But like you're sitting, so I kind of grade on the curve with that one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm like, man, my lower body is sturdy. Good army strong, baby. Let's go. Joe Brandon, Joe Biden. Don't send me to no military, man. I ain't built for that. I know I said I'm built army strong. Don't send me to that.
I'm actually I've never worked out a day in my life. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
As a matter of
nah.
fact, I lied to you. I
Yeah,
got chicken legs. No, I lied to you.
I just been dreaming. Yeah, I think this is a dream. Uh,
This is all like a fever induced dream.
yeah.
This episode's not real. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, no, I'm really small and weak. I'm a small weak
Facts.
man. I'm a
I'm a
weak man.
I'm a small weak boy with baby boy legs. So all
With that in
right.
mind,
Yeah,
Keyshawn,
brother.
thank you for doing this different episode. I just thought it'd be really fun. I appreciate us talking about
Yeah,
our
man.
lives, Thank you for everyone who's still been with us or is still watching. I appreciate all we appreciate all you guys do. So
Hell yeah.
don't forget to
And
like, comment, subscribe, and Keyshawn, stay degenerate.
hell yeah. Peace, peace.
Peace, peace.